back. So we're in the shed. It's a bit dirty at the moment, but we'll get it cleaned up. So what we're doing first is the Magna needs new tyres, as I mentioned a few times, and I bought like a motorcycle lift, so we're going to build it, take off the tyres, wheels. So just a few quick bits for this video. The lighting is not great in it. I've tried to mess with the old exposure settings as much as possible to make it better, but it's still not great. The good news is the picture now shows kind of what the setup currently is, and I'm going to be putting in LED garage lights soon to make it brighter, which I've gotten off my dad, thanks Dad, to hang there, so they should look better, and I'll be putting in a partition and all that good stuff, so it will look way better. But just bear with me for now, enjoy the video, and hopefully the sound doesn't come out too bad. And yes, I'm going to wear a lav mic from now on, even for garage videos, because I know the GoPro's crap and I shouldn't be using it for sound. It's not good enough, so sorry for that as well. But yeah, enjoy the video. So I bought this from Tyres in Dublin. It was a good price. It was actually cheaper than I could find on eBay, but the packaging leaves something to be desired. There don't seem to be instructions. This could get complicated. Ah, I put that in the wrong place. It's really windy. This is why instructions would have been good, because I would have known which thing goes first. Alright, so I think after a bit of figuring, I think this might be the correct way to do it. Now the theory is I should better move this around and position it under the bike, which I'm going to turn around for easiness. Ignore all the rubbish, it's not ours.
Yeah, it's sitting on it now.
Nice and solid. That is great news. Now we just have to get the wheels off and see how that goes. Last time the wheels were a pain in the ass. Usually I would say don't get WD-40 in your tyres, but these are going in the bin, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get...
spot isn't good for filming.
I'm gonna get LED lights off that. Because I'm gonna build a kind of a barrier there, so I can do, you know, like shed videos, like the Flinch, because I love them. They're class. Except I won't be able to drink bourbon because I have to drive home. So sorry, Flinch. I can't emulate you properly. So I'm not going to go through removing the rear wheel in detail because I've done it before when I did the rear brake shoe change. So if you want to see that video on how to take off the wheel in a bit more detail, look up there. I'll leave a link. Who needs hammers? They're pinch balls, and they're to stop the axle sliding out if you somehow lose your bolt. So don't lose this. This is your spacer for this side. Doesn't actually fit anywhere, so we'll just have to put it to one side. There's the wheel off. And this is the speed sensor, so that's just off the front wheel. So you just want to be careful with that when you're taking out this. So also, this is going to need some major cleaning because it is filthy. So I'll clean that up before I put it back in. But for now, the best thing to do to make sure you don't lose anything is to kind of fit everything back where it should be for now. And now when we come back, we know everything is where it should be. There's the lovely brake shoes we fitted. So now, same as the front, we just want to refit everything to make sure that we don't lose it. And there you go. Everything's fitted back up, just kind of temporarily. and I'm going to leave that in against that just to stop dirt getting in onto the spindle. So now what we want to do is try support the bike as much as possible. I brought like axle stands and stuff, so I'm just going to do what I can to make sure that it definitely can't fall over away. So I've propped this against this timber, which can't move, so it's wedged on it, which just takes pressure off the ram, which means I don't have to worry about the ram exploding when we're not here and throwing the bike everywhere. So that's it. The next time you see me in the Magna, it'll have Michelin Commander tyres on, nice new ones and that. However old they are, we'll check in a second. I think they're from 2003, that's pretty old. Hello, welcome back. We have new tyres, so I got Michelin Commanders for the Magna. They look nice. So we're going to throw them on the Magna now. So first things first, we need to take everything back off the bike and grease it up and clean it as much as I can. It's actually what's catching this as much as it is the speed sensor, believe it or not. It's really grippy. So there we go. Now I'm going to give this as good a clean as I can and grease it back up and then throw it back in. So for anyone looking at this, this is really bad corrosion wise, so I'm going to either have to get a new one or get this one refinished, but there's nothing I actually have to fix it at the moment, so I'm just going to grease it up. Just to get the bike back on its wheels. I won't be riding it much anyway because I need to redo the front forks, so this will be coming back out very soon, and I'll figure out, can I get a new one or can I just resurface it, because it's pretty bad. So another thing, I know I've said it before, you can't use too much grease. Any excess grease will just kind of squanch out the end when you seal everything up, and you can just wipe it off then. So don't be overly concerned. Do be overly concerned if you have an axle that looks like that. That's like, it's awful. And if I didn't have to, not that I have to, but I want to get the bike back on its wheels where it's a bit more secure, so that's why I'm doing this. But this is not something I suggest. I would not ride the bike on that a lot because it's awful. So one last thing I'm going to do before I put the wheel back on the bike is just give the disc a clean off in case there's any WD-40 or anything else that got on it while I was taking it off the last time. It's easiest to clean it when it's off, and you also don't want to get it, you don't want to put it back on, run the disc through the brake pads with WD-40 on them, because by that stage you've already gotten oil onto your braking compound and it's probably going to embed into it and mess it up. So again, there's no such thing as too much brake cleaner. I'm a real man. I don't care if my lungs fall.
Yeah, I don't care if I die by the age of 40.
If I die of severe lung damage from riding bikes, makes me a man. Alright. So now we're going to pop this back onto a bike. The stuff behind the bike is grown, as you can see, which makes my job slightly more difficult. But that's okay, because it's the shed. The good thing about this is, with the way the wheel is constructed and the spacer, it does give you kind of room to maneuver. The only issue is trying to get the brake pad back in. The easiest thing is probably to lift off the brakes, which I might do, but I'm going to try to do the lazy man's way first.
Oh, I should not be doing that. Probably not.
Oh, movement. Knuckle touches.
It's probably a lot easier to change a tyre in a car, is it?
No, it's actually not. Like, a modern bike is easier. This bike is a pain in the ass. 100%, like it is. Oh, everyone, this is the Mexican. He'll be on the channel going forward, and he'll be known as the Mexican. So say hello.
I'm not Mexican.
Everyone gets a name.
I refuse to say hello if you refer to me as the Mexican.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't say hello. You're supposed to say hola.
I'm giving you a hand here. I can easily go away there now.
I'm done.
You're done for that. That's great.
See?
There you go.
You didn't actually take that to heart, did you?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so now that we've that done, what we want to do is make sure we tighten back up the axle and also the pinch bolts. But with pinch bolts, you don't tighten pinch bolts, you pinch them. If you over tighten them, you'll just strip them, and then they're doing less than nothing. So now for the pinch bolts, I'll give this axle one final time. I'm just gonna give these a squeeze, both sides, and we'll leave that for a final tighten before it's on the ground. Look at this, look at this beauty. No safety precaution when you're working with GorillaBiker is always bring a fire extinguisher. Alright, Mexican. Everyone in the comments, make sure you say hello to El Mexicano.
Anyone that says hello will report.
And also say hello to mysterious camera person. Don't know if they're a man or woman, so just say hello. Call her shit. The camera person identifies as a toaster, so call it toaster. I like it, Mexican.
I actually, if your car wasn't there, I'd actually drive out and go home.
You wouldn't though. Now we just want to put a touch of grease in and around this as well, which is the actual drive surface, I suppose, of the hub. Again, this will be coming back off soon, because ideally what you should do is give this a really good clean down and around it. So I will be doing that as well. So what you want to do first, the good thing about any bike with a shaft or anything, is when you get this back up on it, don't do that. It'll actually be held on the spindle arm itself, which is good. You of course want to sit this in position first. That's the good thing about the back wheel, because it's on a spindle, it kind of lines itself up. Way easier to push through. I don't know, can you see that? But a little bit of grease is squeezed out there. Like I said, that's not a bad thing at all. Always make sure you put on the lower support arm. Put on the lower support arm before you fit everything into its final position, because if you don't put on the lower support arm first, then you won't be able to put, you won't be able to put this on if this is locked in position, if you get my drift. So just tightening up the back axle a bit. Again, I'll do the final tight when it's on the ground. Tighten up the pinch bolt a bit. Again, final tight when it's on the ground. Bolt for the brake. That doesn't need to be mad tight. Bolt for the holder thing. Doesn't need to be mad tight. And then our cotter pin, because I don't have new ones, I'm going to use our old one. Or split pin, depending on where you're from. I'm sure there are torque specifications for this, but I don't know them and I don't have a torque wrench, so unless someone wants to sponsor me with a torque wrench, I'm just going to spitball it. It hasn't failed me yet. Tighten your axle. Again, not too tight or you'll push through the spacers. You don't want to do that. And then give a quick final tighten to all of the pinch bolts. And with pinch bolts, you want to do one then the other, then one then the other, because they'll pull it in straighter. And we're done. So new Michelin Commanders on the front and back. They look way better. The front tire was a Shinko. That's why I never really told anyone, because like it was crap. But I didn't want to change it at the time. Just kind of was using it as much as I could until I was ready to change them, because there was still rubber left on the back one, even though the back one couldn't grip either. So there they are. I'll show them in better light eventually. But there's the front. Michelin Commander. So I forgot to close out this video properly, because I was going to do the test ride at the end, but now it's going to be in a different video. So thanks for watching. Until the next one, adios.